Today, February the 13th, 2021, Lyles Station Historic School and Museum applauds the inventive character of Thomas L. Jennings. Many of us have some clothes, a nice suit or fancy dress or woolen coat that has to be dry cleaned. We drive out to the dry cleaners, drop off our items, and pick them up in a few days, never giving thought to the process involved or who created it. While Sarah Elizabeth Goode and Judy were the first African American women to apply for and receive a patent for their inventions, the first African American man to receive a patent was Thomas L. Jennings in 1821. In 1791, Jennings was born free in New York City, and in his early 20s, he became a successful and well-known tailor who went on to open a dry cleaning business where he developed what he called dry scouring. Many of his customers in his clothing store requested his help for cleaning their soiled clothes, since the techniques used at the time didn't work on the material in their clothing. Jennings stepped up to the challenge and began his experiments, trying different cleaning agents and solutions and testing them on a variety of fabrics. He found the right combination, called it dry scouring, and filed for a patent in 1820. In the early 1800s, slaves could not patent inventions since anything they invented was considered to be the property of their owners, according to the U.S. patent laws of 1793, stating, "The master is the owner of the fruits of the labor of the slave, both manual and intellectual." Patent courts also asserted that slaves were not citizens, so they could not own rights to their inventions. This changed in 1861, when patent rights were extended to slaves. This, however, did not apply to Jennings, who was born a free man and therefore able to apply for and receive his patent, even though many protested his right to do this. An ardent abolitionist, Jennings utilized the profits from his dry scouring technique to purchase the freedom of the rest of his family, releasing them from slavery, and to fund abolitionist causes which he supported, actively working for the civil rights of free African Americans and supporting suffrage for African American men. Jennings came to the rescue of his daughter Elizabeth, who had been forcibly removed from the whites-only streetcar she had boarded in New York. He organized a movement against racial segregation in public transit in the city. They won her case in 1855. Their victory led Jennings to pursue more challenges, forming the Legal Rights Association in 1855, a pioneering minority rights organization. Thomas Jennings died in New York City in 1856 at the age of 68. Frederick Douglass eulogized him in the Anglo-African newspaper, calling Jennings a bold man of color who led an active, earnest, and blameless life. The epitaph on his headstone in Cypress Hill Cemetery sums up his life concisely and clearly as a defender of human rights.